Hello everyone, so it's actually day 1 of week 30, or say day 1. Week 30, day 0 as of right now. We officially only got 10 weeks left approximately of this pregnancy journey. And I say we've only got 10 weeks left. If little one's late, it's 12 weeks. If little one's early, it could be as quick as 8 weeks. We don't know. I'm hoping for the latter. I'm actually off the previous. I'm really hoping they're actually going to be a couple of weeks late. I say hoping, I'm expecting them to be a couple of weeks late, but we've actually just on our way back home from the doctors because I was meant to be getting my RSV vaccine today, and so I had a doctor's appointment at 3:15 in order to go to get my RSV vaccine because I mentioned it to my midwife. My midwife said just book it in yourself. I said okay, so I checked with my obstetrician last week. My obstetrician said oh yes you are due it, but then never booked me in for it. So I contacted my GP and my GP said I could book it in through them, so I booked it in with my GP. We've just gone to the GP for my appointment for my RSV vaccine, only to be told they can't do it. They are not qualified to do RSV vaccines on pregnant ladies, or they do not have authority to do RSV vaccines on pregnant ladies for whatever reason. I've still not got my RSV vaccine. We're now on our way back home, begrudgingly having to waddle there, waddle back. At least it's given me some exercise for today, even though I've already done 2 hours worth of dog walking today. Now I've got another 40 minutes under my belt, but that is very frustrating because I've got my midwife telling me I can book it in with my doctor, my doctor telling me I can't, my doctor telling me I can't book it in with them. So I've now been given a phone number that I need to ring in order to book it in, which is just annoying. Until then, we're just enjoying the stroll back home. I've had a nice easy day today at least. In fact, I'll carry on when there's less traffic nearby. Like I said, I've had a very easy day so far today. I've had 2 dog walks. All the dogs were mostly well behaved. The Scotties were their usual terrorsome selves, pulling and dragging me in every direction possible, but my morning group was great. I've lost one of my dogs again this week. One of my dogs has moved on to their new dog walker already. A couple of the dogs, 3 of the dogs actually, have reduced their walks by 1 or 2 walks a week, or they integrate with their new dog walker. So my walks are getting much quieter now, which is good because it means I can spend more time at home, relaxing, resting, getting ready and preparing for baby. But at the same time, even though I know that the universal credit has gone through and it's all going to be okay, there's still that thing in the back of my mind going, my income's going down, my income's going down, my income's going down. Ooh, which does make you panic. I've got a busy day for the rest of the day. I'm going home, probably going to get something to snack on and have a quick chill, and then I'm going to go see my friend Vicky because we agreed we should have met up yesterday and I was too tired. I had a very chill weekend, which I'll explain later. But for now, we're just going to head home. I'm going to go see Vicky and I'll catch up with you guys tonight. So it's actually now the next day. It's actually week 30 and 1 day. I ended up getting home from Vicky's really late last night, so I didn't end up vlogging anything. We had a really nice chat and a really nice catch up, a very long overdue catch up, and it was just a nice chill evening, which we just both really enjoyed, and I think we both needed really. Today is... Oh, sorry. I am so tired today. I didn't sleep well last night. I didn't help myself because I didn't actually go to sleep until like 2 AM in the morning because I was reading Crown of Midnight, which is part of the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J Maas. I think it's book number 3. And it got to a really exciting part in the book and really like big storyline in the book, or really big dramatic storyline in the book. And I just got hooked and I was just reading chapter after chapter after chapter. And every time I looked at the clock, I was like, just one more chapter. One more chapter. So I didn't end up going to sleep until about 2 o'clock in the morning. Then I couldn't get comfy. Then I was struggling to turn off. Then eventually I woke up to go to the toilet and my bladder was not my friend yesterday. Oh my God. It's like, I know I have an overactive bladder anyway, but my God, my bladder was not my friend yesterday. I was just walking at one point. Granted, I've had to wear incontinency pads for a while due to my bladder issues. And it was lucky I did because I actually vividly remember coming home from Vicky's and just walking up the stairs and my bladder was just trickling and trickling and trickling and I could not stop it. It did not matter how hard I squeezed my Kegels or how hard I squeezed my legs together. My bladder was not stopping. It was just dribbling and I was like, how goddamn dare you? And I've not had that level of incontinency for a long time. So that was annoying as hell. But luckily I was wearing a pad so nothing leaked anywhere. But still, I highly recommend when you reach the 3rd trimester, start wearing at least some small incontinency pads because my God, you really do lose control of your bladder. Or not so much lose control, definitely do your Kegel exercises, but even with your Kegel exercises, because of all the relaxing going through your body, I am struggling to keep hold of my bladder right now. I am struggling to get my bladder to stop. If it wants to dribble, it's dribbling and I ain't stopping it. Sorry, that might be a bit TMI, but this is pregnancy for you. There is no TMI in pregnancy. If I don't tell you, you'll have to find it from somewhere else or you have to find out on your own, and I would rather you be prepared than not be prepared, if you know what I mean. Minion had a quiet day yesterday. He wasn't very active, he wasn't very kicky, which did send a little bit of worry through me, but he does have quiet days after his big active days, and the day before was a big active day. And he's fairly quiet again today, so I don't know whether or not he's still recovering in preparation for a big active day tomorrow. I'll have to wait and see. But he is still moving around, which is good. I can still feel him moving, I can still feel him being active. So I'm not too worried about him at the moment. If he continues to have another quiet day, then I might actually have to contact my midwife. But for the time being, he's still moving, he's still doing stuff, so I'll just have to leave him be and see how he gets on. What was I talking about? Sleep. Like I said, I didn't get sleep till 2 a.m. Then I got up once around 6 a.m. to go to the toilet, because luckily I'm still only going about once or twice a night for the toilet somehow. I go to the toilet about once every half an hour in preparation to go to sleep, because for some reason my bladder just refills at the speed of light. But then once I actually get to sleep, I don't need the toilet that much. It doesn't disturb my sleep too badly. The restless leg syndrome is starting to get annoying. There are days where it's fine and it's not an issue, and then there are other days where I just cannot get my leg to settle. I got this vibrating sensation down the right side of my right thigh, and I just constantly need to move my leg just to try and get rid of this vibrating sensation. It's really irritating. And then there are days, most mornings at the moment, the cramp in my legs in the morning is abysmal. I've been having cramp or morning leg cramp since about halfway through the second trimester. Some mornings it affects me, some mornings it does not. I remember yesterday morning, it was bad. I woke up about 6 a.m. to go to the toilet, or because I needed the toilet. Stretched my legs out, as we all do when we first wake up, and my God, my calf just seized up and would not de-tighten. Usually it stops within a few seconds. Not on this occasion. This lasted for a good 30 seconds and it was agony. It would not unseize. I could not do anything about it, and I was desperate for the toilet and trying so hard not to wee all over the bed. It was a nightmare. It was a horrible situation to be in. Oh, cramp is one of the worst pains you can get, in my opinion, because it's just, you can't stop it. You can't ease it. It's just, your muscle just goes, and you're helpless. You're helpless until it just decides to stop. And then because of my size, I'm also struggling to actually move at the moment. Another thing I had last night was I couldn't walk. That was a fun sensation. That was a very interesting sensation. What I mean by I couldn't walk is I needed to go to the toilet at about midnight, and I got up out of bed, went to stand up, and my glutes cramped and seized up, and decided they weren't glutes anymore, they were just pieces of wood. And I could not walk. My legs could not pick up, they could not move, and I was walking to the toilet like a robot. Let me give you an example. It's how I looked like last night. That was a really terrible example, but you get the idea. I could not move my legs. My glutes were like rock solid. My hamstrings were rock solid. My thigh, I couldn't lift my legs. I literally could not pick up my legs. It was like my legs had turned into two pieces of wood. I'm not even kidding. I could not move fast enough. And it was the weirdest sensation, and I didn't like it. I don't like not having control of my body. And suddenly turning into a stick man or a tin man was not on my list of to-do things for this trimester. So I can only put that down again to possible leg cramping. I don't know. I don't know for certain what caused it. I just know that it was not fun, and it was not nice, and it was very annoying when you are absolutely desperate for the toilet at 12 o'clock at night. And unfortunately that carried on for most of the night. I don't know whether or not it was because of the way I would lay on the bed that was possibly causing my muscles to clamp in that direction. I don't know whether or not it was just I didn't have enough nutrition or enough liquid that day, or it was dehydration. I don't know what caused it. I just know that I could not move my legs last night, and that was annoying as hell when you have to walk to the bathroom several times a night. Oh, the heartburn hasn't stopped. The acid reflux is very strong right now. Very, very strong right now. And it doesn't take a lot for it to happen either. I've not even finished my breakfast. I still have half my breakfast in my bowl right now because I just can't finish it. I'm full. I'm beyond full. But I know that in 2 hours time I'm going to be hungry again. I can see why people say the third trimester is difficult. I would still say I'm having it a lot easier than most people because I only have a handful of bad moments like right now where my acid reflux is playing up and cramps happen and things like that. Most of the day I'm fine. Most of the day I'm absolutely fine. Like the time I'm not recording is when I'm usually absolutely fine and I'm walking around on a day-to-day as normal. And there are some times that I still don't feel pregnant, I just feel overweight. I only ever seem to pick up the camera when the bad stuff's happening typically. But I tell you, another thing that's getting me is the lightning crotch. The lightning crotch is difficult at the moment, and I don't know whether or not it's the lightning crotch, I don't know whether or not it's round ligament pain where the ligaments are attached to my groin, but my god, the pain in my hips over the last few days has been horrendous. It has been so difficult to deal with, and I'm just trying to get by at this point. Like I said, I can see why people say the third trimester is the hardest. I still haven't found it as hard as the second trimester, purely because during the second trimester I was so exhausted. I'm currently watching a magpie on one of my neighbour's window ledges just flapping about, trying to get into their house. Weird. Fair enough. Sorry, completely distracted there. But yeah, as far as exhaustion is concerned, I'm doing a lot better in the third trimester. I've got a lot more energy in the third trimester than I did in the second trimester. But I can see why people struggle, because your body is preparing for labour, your hips are getting wider, your muscles are getting even more relaxed, your bladder's on the fritz, and it is difficult to sleep at night. It is very difficult to sleep at night. So I can see why people say that this is the hardest session, but again, I'm used to this. I'm used to waking up several times a night to go to the toilet. Hi, Baba. Thank you for moving to let me know you're okay. I'm used to being tired every now and again through the day. I'm definitely not used to the acid reflux. It's like you start getting used to it when it's been happening for so long, you start getting used to it, but it's still not comfy. It's still not nice. It is definitely getting harder and harder to walk or just put on shoes. Getting very hard to just put on shoes or to walk anywhere. I'm still able to do so. I can still put on my boots. I can still walk around and do my job. But it is slowly getting harder, and I am so grateful that I have taken at least a month early off for good boy, thank you. He just kicked me in the stomach, which then caused the acid reflux and the burp. Pregnancy's fun. And it is, to be fair. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I have truly thoroughly enjoyed it so far. It's been nothing like I expected, but in a good way. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because I need to get to work. I really wish I didn't have to go to work today. I've got a really easy day. I've only got 2 dog walks and then I can come home and chill out. And a part of me wants to stretch and exercise. I need to stretch and exercise if I'm being realistic. But at the same time, I also need to start napping. I genuinely need to start napping because the energy drain that I'm getting at the weekend after a full day of being busy at work is difficult. I can't get anything done at the weekend because my body just crashes out. So I do need to start napping through the day to try and get some of that energy back. So we'll see what tonight brings. I might end up doing some exercise or some stretches. I might just end up chilling and gaming. I might just go for a nap. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do tonight, but that is my day for today. I will see you hopefully later tonight if I do get around to doing some stretches. If not, I will see you tomorrow. So it is now Thursday evening. No, it's not. It's Tuesday evening of week 30, day 1, or week 30 plus 1, however you count it. The night hasn't quite gone to plan. I got home slightly later than anticipated. And when I got home, my instant desire was just go straight to bed and get a nap. Oh, which I still need to do. But it's like nearly 8 o'clock at night now and I'm hungry. My initial desire was to go straight to bed, get a nap, get up and then do whatever I needed to do. But I felt a bit guilty on my girls, and not only that, I needed to get the bins in because it's bin collection day. Got the bin in. After I got the bin in, the cat wanted feeding, so I fed the cat, and then I had to go feed my girls and make sure that they were okay. Came back downstairs, finished my breakfast because I could not finish my breakfast this morning. I tried so hard and I physically could not finish it. I was so full by the end, by just halfway through. It was mad. And after I finished eating, it was time to put my girls to bed. So I went upstairs, gave them their veggies, put them to bed. Came back downstairs and I really needed to get a video out today or tomorrow. So I did. I said to myself, I'll do a couple of hours worth of video editing, see how I get on. And I was so close to finishing the video. So I was like, right, come on, let's just get this one out. And it was my 20-week growth scan video, which I am was so excited to actually get out because that's like the big one. That's like the gender reveal where you guys find out that Minion is a boy. So I really wanted to get that one out as fast as possible. So I ended up video editing for quite a while and snacking on some cheese and chocolate. Don't knock it till you tried it. Baby Bell cheese with melted chocolate, tastes great. Or if you really want strawberries with melted chocolate, banana with melted chocolate, it's amazing. regardless of what you do with it. Chocolate goes with so many things. It's also why I've got a bit of a stain on my t-shirt, because I dripped a bit of the melted chocolate. It's so hard to eat when your chest is this big because you have to really lean forward, which then squishes baby, which makes it harder, and then or you have to pick up the plate and put it on top of your boobs to try and eat, and then you can't do anything else. Why does anyone want a big chest? Why do so many women want a bigger chest? It is just nothing but hassle. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent here. Snacked on my cheese and chocolate. Hi. You ate not even 2 hours ago. You do not need more food right now. Look at this little menace. This little fluffy butt trying to steal more food off me. You only ate 2 hours ago. You do not need more food. Do not need more food. You don't. But my eggs are ready. Please excuse me a second while I go sort out my tea. Oh dear, right, what am I doing? Veggies, very important. Oh, where's my noodles? There they are. This quick little top. Didn't want that, didn't want that. Right, now that I've sorted out my tea, I can carry on. I can't remember where I left off though. I genuinely can't remember what we were talking about or where we've left off or what we were nattering about. My brain's gone completely blank. It's gone completely blank. And this is one of the downsides of potentially having ADHD and also being pregnant, is the brain fog is ridiculous. The amount, how quickly I forget stuff these days is ridiculous. Genuinely ridiculous. All it takes is one tiny distraction and my brain's gone. Anyway, I'm gonna sit and eat my tea because my tea's just finished for the rest of the night. And if I remember what I was talking about, I will jump back on. Was it what I was doing? I think I said that was it. I did some video editing for a couple of hours, and then when I finished video editing, I realised I was actually hungry again. So hence, we have made tea, and I'm going to sit here and eat it now while playing some Digimon Cyber Sleuth, because that game, I don't know why that's my game at the moment. That is just the game I'm enjoying the most that doesn't involve co-op. So I'm going to sit here and play Digimon Cyber Sleuth for a couple of hours. I don't know if I'm going to get any stretches done tonight because I am extremely tired and I've still not had time to actually go down for a nap. I might just get an early night in bed tonight and hopefully not get too addicted to my book. We'll see. We'll see. That book is taking up a lot of my brain focus and strength right now. If I do just some stretches, I will record it. If I don't do some stretches, then I will see you tomorrow. So it is now week 30 plus 2. I am just on my last walk with the Scotties. Hamish is over there. Archie is over there chasing magpies. I'm tired today. I really didn't want to come to work. I really just wanted to stay home and get bits done around the house, or nap, or chill, and just the desire to come outside today was just not there. Well, more specifically, the desire to hang around with dogs and get muddy and dirty and icky was not there today. I didn't want to come out today at all. But we're out. I've only got one more walk after this. I had one walk this morning with 3 of my dogs. I've now got this walk with the Scotties, and I've got one more walk with Basil later. I've got quite a bit of round ligament pain today. I had a little bit yesterday, but I've got really bad round ligament pain today, which is very tense and very tight on my stomach, which is not enjoyable. Are we finished? Are we finished playing Find the Treat? Let me put the Scotties back on lead, one sec. He's my good Scotties. He's my good Scotty boy. I now got the Scotties back on lead. It's a long day today because I've still got one more walk today because one of my dogs, he's going to be at home longer than usual today, so I've asked me to pop in for an extra half an hour just to check on him, let him go to the toilet and try and encourage him to eat because he doesn't like to eat when he's on his own. Oh, so I've got a long day. I'm not going to be finished until at least 4:30 today. Possibly, like, hopefully as early as 4 o'clock, but I won't be getting home until at least 4:30, maybe even 5, and then I'll finally get something to eat. I've actually brought a banana with me for my walk today. No, you're not having me banana. Look at me banana all you want, my banana. Come on, boys. Stop walking in front of me like this. Come on. Thank you. Like I said, I brought me banana just so I can snack on it because I know I'm not going to get home till late. And then I'm going to literally get home, get something to eat. And it's Has Been Hotel tonight. Has Been Hotel episodes 5 and 6. I cannot wait. Very, very, very excited for Has Been Hotel episodes 5 and 6. I've got to wait for Jason to get home. He's not going to get home until about 5:30. But then when Jason gets home, I'm going to sit down and eat. And we're going to watch Has Been Hotel together, which I'm so excited for. I just feel bad for my parrots today because they're not going to be able to have any time out of their bird room. It can't be helped on days like this when I've got longer days. I'm looking forward to tomorrow though. Tomorrow, my sister is up from London, the pregnant one. That sounds rude to say, the pregnant one. But my pregnant sister is up from London tomorrow and she's popping over to pick up her baby pram that she originally gave to me and now needs back because obviously she needs it for her little one. Hence why we ended up having to get a pram of our own. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I'm so freaking exhausted today. I am so easily breathless today. This is one of the reasons I didn't want to come out to work today, is just because everything is making me breathless. Standing up from a chair is making me breathless. Getting in and out of the car is making me breathless. Just walking a few steps is making me breathless. Not terribly breathless, just noticeably breathless. Like I can tell that I'm not 100%, and every few steps I feel like I've ran a kilometre. But I've ordered my new maternity bras. They are on order, and I can't believe I've had to order the biggest available size in the UK. That baffles my brain. That really does baffle my brain. My maternity bras are having to be the largest size available in the UK, and I can just hope that they fit, because if they don't, I can't get any bigger. Like, my chest hasn't stopped growing still, but I can't get physically bigger bras without having to privately hire them, which will be a nightmare. So hopefully these ones will fit perfectly fine, or at least last me until I finish breastfeeding. We've also booked a couple of light trap walk experiences because we always try and do some lantern walks and things like that around Christmas time. So we've got one booked in with my best friends around at Chester Zoo. We've got the Chester Zoo lanterns booked in with my best friends at I think it's sometime early December. It's either early or mid-December, I can't remember. And then we've also booked what's called the Magical Wonderland in Northwich. And that is actually meant to be the biggest lantern walk or light walk in the northwest. So we're going to go see that with Jason's parents more towards Christmas, when I'm on maternity and Jason has got days off, or Jason's got time off over Christmas. So we're really looking forward to those. We always look forward to them. We were only going to do the one this year, but Jason really wanted to do this Magical Wonderland one because we've not done it before. And we really wanted to do the Halloween one, but I couldn't do the Halloween one because I was pregnant, and Halloween and scary things are not recommended for pregnant ladies. But it does look really good, so we are very much looking forward to it. So I've got lots of things to look forward to this Christmas. With maternity coming up, 2 light trails, I've got so many BSL performances. There's actually 7 performances coming up, and I think I can only do about 3 because all the other days I either have appointments when the performances are on. For example, one of our performances is on the 13th of December, but I can't do that one because I've actually got to go to my antenatal class where we do some basically birth preparation, and also get a tour of the hospital and the labour ward and things like that. So I need to attend that. Will you please get from behind my legs? Thank you. Scotty's are trying to trip me up again. A nightmare for it, they are. But yeah, so I've got an antenatal appointment in December. The boys have spotted a squirrel and they're now tying themselves around trees. Boys, no, you're wrapping up in trees. Get out. Come on, you're tying yourselves between trees. You're going to get stuck. Look, just like that. Just like that. Alright, now that I've got the Scotties untangled, I'm back on again. Yes, like I said, I've got an antenatal class coming up on the 13th of December. A midwife appointment next week. I've got my growth scan the week after that. I've got some other kind of event going on the coming week. We're going to go watch Jason's family members. I say Jason's family members were engaged. They're now technically my family members as well. But we're going to go watch a member of the family do a dance performance. We've got something else coming up, and birthdays and all sorts going on the run up to Christmas. Christmas is always the busiest time for us because we end up having so much on and so much to do. Horrible as it sounds, I'm ready for it all to be over already. There's just so much going on. Boys. Again. Come on. Back you come. Come on. Where are you going? No. You're not going into the allotments. Come on. Silly boys. Silly, silly boys. You see a squirrel and it's like all your brain cells disappear. Come on. Silly boys. Both of you. Let's go. Thank you. Honest to God, these two, they share one brain cell, I swear. Anyway, I'm going to finish this walk, get home, get something to eat. I doubt I'm going to get anything done today. I might try and do some stretches or some very basic exercise because I am feeling a bit stiff and like I said, I've got a lot of round ligament pain at the moment, so I could really do without getting stretched out. But at the same time, it's a long day. I'm already knackered. I really badly need a nap and I ain't getting one again. Third day in a row where I really need a nap and I ain't getting one. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet tonight. If I get the energy for exercise and stretches, I'll get the energy for exercise and stretches. If not, it's just another long day. I almost said we're on week 29 then, and we're not. We're on week 30, day 3. I got home from work about just over an hour and a bit ago, and I'm tired, if I'm being honest. I am very tired, but I've done some video editing and I got some food down me because I was getting really hungry. And I said to myself, when I get home from work, I'm going to go down for a nap and try and get some energy back so that I can actually have energy to do some exercise tonight. Because I have noticed I am starting to have a bit of an afternoon slump, especially after work, after I've done my walk. So that is what I'm going to do right now. I have just finished eating. I'm going to go to bed and have a quick nap, and then hopefully after I wake up do some exercise, hopefully, if I've got the energy. I also need to get another video out today because the other video was out 2 days ago, so I need to get another one out today ideally, or tomorrow at the latest. As you can see, I've been watching, I don't actually know if you can see because that's actually quite bright. I've been watching birth vlogs again, trying to get some more updating information and experience from another person's point of view type of thing. The phlegm has not gone away. We still have phlegm on the chest daily. It's really annoying, but it is what it is. We can't be helped. I am so sleepy. I woke up with so much energy this morning. This morning, my sister came round. She's up from London because this is the sister that moved down to London. She's up from London at the moment visiting everyone, so she came round, grabbed her pram, came for a visit, saw the house for the first time, had a lovely little catch up, chatted a bit about pregnancy. Well, that was fun. I didn't realise my memory card was full on my camera and it's just shut off on me. But as I was saying, my sister had a nice chat. We chatted about birth, pregnancy and how things went with her firstborn and what he was like and stuff, and the labour and bits. And then I've gone out to work. I've only had the one dog walk today, which was nice. And the sun is now setting, if you can't tell by the darkness. I might actually change the brightness on this video just so I can actually adjust for the darkness that's currently in the room. I'm gonna go get a nap now. I shall hopefully see you guys soon. Again, hopefully when I wake up, I will have the energy to actually do some exercise. All fingers crossed. It's actually much later than I anticipated. It's now just after 6, but do you know what? I needed that nap, and I'm not gonna lie, I would have liked to stay in bed for the rest of the day. But I did need to get stuff done. I needed to sort out my pets. I needed to do other bits. We're done, and I also need to sort out the files on all my cameras. I'm getting hungry, but I'm not hungry because I didn't eat that long ago. So I'm just getting myself a little snack right now, which is basically a waffle, like Belgian waffle with a little bit of melted vegan chocolate on top, and that'll do me for at least a couple of hours until I actually need a proper meal again. Right, I'm gonna go sort out some oh my god. I'm gonna go sort out all the files on my cameras, and then we are gonna chill for a bit, see how we feel, because I'll be honest, that nap actually drained my energy more than gained it. But we'll see how we feel in a minute. So it's now 8:30. And I've only just been able to finish transferring all the files off this camera onto my laptop, and I still need to transfer the files from my phone and also from the GoPro. So I do not think I'm getting any exercise or video editing done tonight, which is driving me insane because I can't video edit while transferring files. It takes up too much memory on the hard drive. Realistically, I probably could have exercised while I was waiting for the files to transfer. However, I've got to make sure that everything's in the right week so that I don't get everything mixed up and I don't get anything confused and I don't put anything in the wrong order. So it does it in little bulks, and then unfortunately my laptop has a habit of shutting down even when I tell it not to, even when I tell it to stay on. My laptop has a habit of turning down or powering down after so long. Even Jason's looked into it and he's made sure that it says do not power down unless physically powered down, and it still powers down after like 2 minutes or goes to sleep, whatever you want to say, goes into sleep mode. It drives us insane. So I have to physically sit here and have something playing in order to actually make sure that the files get transferred without the computer shutting down. Because if it does shut down, the files become corrupted and it's just enough. This is not how I wanted to spend my evening, but at least if I get it done now, it's done. I did, however, watch Elijah, aka Not So Average Fangirl's reaction to Has Been Hotel episode 5. I really, really love her reactions. I don't watch all of her reactions, but I love her Has Been Hotel reactions, so I always watch those ones. I cannot wait for her to see episode 6. She's gonna lose her mind over episode 6 of Has Been Hotel. But at least that's one thing that should be out tonight. I've also snacked on a Satsuma just to try and get some, you know, nutrients into me, and a part of me did think, oh yeah, I could do some exercise now that all the files have been transferred off this camera. I can actually record myself with good quality, because the GoPro doesn't do well in the house because of the lighting. It doesn't like the non-natural lighting, and so it always ends up being a lot of faff having to try and adjust the brightness and everything on the GoPro, and my camera is just horrible for quality. So I like to record my exercises in the house on this just because the quality is better, but I have the downside of it's just taken over 2 hours to get all the footage off and have enough space on my memory card to record anything, and it's taken that long that I now need food. Baby's hungry, I'm hungry, I need food. So I'm gonna go make food, and I'm going to finish transferring files off my phone and my GoPro, and then I'm going to video edit for the rest of the night. Tomorrow I only have one walk, and it's first thing in the morning before 12 o'clock. So I'm really hoping if I can get home after that walk, I can either get a nap straight away if I'm tired enough and then wake up with more than enough time to actually get some exercise in, or get some exercise in before I potentially need to go for a nap. I'm just gonna have to hope and pray at this point that I can get something done at some point tomorrow. So it's actually now past 9:30 at night. I'm trying to eat. I'm really struggling to eat. I had 3 eggs, I've got my noodles, I've got some broccoli in here, and every mouthful is effort. Every single mouthful is effort right now. I'm breathless in between bites, and I've got no space in my stomach. I've ate the egg, and I've still got a whole bowl of noodles to eat, and I'm just really struggling. Will you get off? My cat keeps sitting on the keyboard of my laptop. What are you doing?
Being a cat.
Definitely being a cat. Weird girl. Third trimester is no joke. I say it's no joke. It's actually going really well for me so far. I'm just feeling very stretched. Very stretched. My stomach feels very big. I say it feels very big. I have a lot of pressure on the stomach right now where it's just pushing outwards, which is no doubt baby boy stretching at the moment. But my god, it is so hard to eat. I can see why they say take small meals from like second half of the second trimester. But my god, the fact that 2 eggs fills me right now is just ridiculous. Sorry, yes, 3 eggs. 3 eggs fill me right now is just ridiculous. Oh, it is so hard to eat. It is so freaking hard to finish a meal right now. Today is now Sunday. of week 30. It's day number 6, so week 30 plus 6. I am so tired. I'm having a low energy day today. A very low energy day. Everything is making me breathless. Like just getting up and walking to the kitchen is making me breathless. I've only just woke up. Literally only just woke up. I only woke up about 15 minutes ago, maybe 20 minutes ago. Came downstairs, fed the girls, got my breakfast, and I'm just waiting now for my breakfast to stew until it's ready. I'm so sleepy, so tired. Sleeping is getting harder. I don't know why, but I was getting in a really good rhythm of only waking up once a night around between 2 and 3 o'clock, and then I could sleep through all the way until I woke up at like 9. I'm assuming it's because of the size of Minion and the lack of bladder, or him pressing on the bladder. I now wake up twice a night on average, one at 3 o'clock, one at 6 o'clock. My dreams are getting more elaborate, really freaking elaborate. Like last night, I dreamt that I was in my town, but I wasn't in my town. Like it still had the same name, it still had all the same districts and locations, but it was almost gamified. So it looked like something out of Final Fantasy. I swear to God, it looked so unique and steampunky. It was such a strange place to be. And I remember there was a lot of people from high school, which is weird because I've not been to high school in 20 odd years, like over 20 years. That was when I was at high school. And yet there was so many of my friends that was in my year, or people that was in my year at high school in that dream. It was very weird and very strange. And at one point in the dream, I supposedly died. But I didn't die because I wasn't alive. I was in a game, if that makes sense. So I'd actually accidentally glitched through the program. We were coming up to one of the areas, and like I said, it was very Final Fantasy-esque, so there was a great big huge wall that the wall had to come down and then the road had to form in front of it, sort of thing. And I actually went too quickly and the road hadn't finished forming and we fell through the road, and apparently I went down to hell. Don't remember going down to hell. I just remember falling and falling through this glitchy black and purple and white abyss, and then suddenly a flash of light and getting snapped back away, and I was back at the front waiting for the road to form. I was like, what the heck just happened? And then this weird old techie guy, I say old, he's probably mid-40s, early 50s, and you can tell he goes to the pub and he's got spotty, greasy skin. Like, I feel rude calling most tech guys because Jason's a tech guy and he looks nothing like that, but you get the impression that my brain came up with. There was this guy, very clearly doesn't look after himself, but he's very knowledgeable and very intelligent when it comes to technology. And this guy came over to me and went, here's your phone back. I'm like, oh, thanks. And my phone was smashed. It's like, why is my phone smashed? She went, oh, you went down to hell and you got it caught on one of the stalagmites, but I've reset it for you. It's all fine. Don't worry. Gave it me back. So because he'd reset it, none of the screen was the way it was. And then he was saying, by the way, do you know this person's number? Because I need to get in touch with her about her son, and then named her son. And this was Jason's cousin and Jason's cousin's son. Yeah, actually, she's one of my cousin-in-laws. So I went to find her number, but because my phone had got changed and glitched around, I couldn't find her number. And then when I was actually looking for her on my contacts, I couldn't find her on my contacts. Like, I know I have her number. What's going on here? So I said, I'm really sorry, I can't find her number. Next thing you know, Jason's auntie, this person's mum, turns up and is like, what's going on here? Why do you need my daughter's number? Da, da, da. I'm like, this is very weird. And I was like, by the way, what do you mean I went to hell? How did I go to hell and I'm suddenly stood here? And I went, oh, it's easy. It's like if you glitch through the system, you either go down to hell or up to heaven. You can actually access it quite easily through those stairs on the left and right. The right one goes down to hell, the left one goes up to heaven. I'm like, what? Okay. But this is what I mean by my dreams become really, really vivid. Oh, that was it. Once the bridge had finished forming, or the road had finished forming and we went in, I looked to my left and sure enough there was a blue ladder leading up into heaven, and there was also shelving with lots of stuffed teddies of foxes and reindeers and I want to say cats, but it wasn't a cat. Not too sure what it was. They said, go on, you can pick one off the shelf. So I picked one off the shelf, and then next thing you know, they tossed one over to my sister, who was on the couch on the right hand side, and the room that I was in, or the road that I was originally on, had suddenly turned into my grandmother's living room. And several of my friends and family were there, but they were very hazy. I couldn't quite make them out, but my sister was very clear. And I'm looking around going, what the hell is going on? This wasn't there a second ago. This is what I mean by my dreams are vivid anyway, but they're really freaking vivid now. Like really vivid. They are ridiculously detailed. Still struggling to remember them because I'm having about 2 or 3 vivid dreams a night, which then makes me wake up tired because my brain is so exhausted from thinking about all these dreams. But another thing stopping me from sleeping at the moment is what I can only assume is round ligament pain. I need to look into it or ask my midwife about it. It's basically the pain that I've been getting in my groin, and it's also been extending up into my left and right side, which is what makes me believe it's round ligament pain, because it's where the round ligaments are that stretch as your uterus grows. But the worst pain has been in my groin. My God, the groin pain the last few days has been intense. It has been like someone is stabbing me or sending electric bolts through my groin anytime I lay down and try and move my legs, anytime I just try and move in some situations. There are days where my muscles are locking up and I'm struggling to walk. I'm walking like a robot. And yesterday was one of those days. Yesterday, the round ligament pain was bad. It wasn't too bad through the day. I was struggling to walk up and down the stairs without getting pain in my groin, and again up those two ligaments that go on the right and the left of the womb. And I was also struggling with the pain when I was getting into bed and trying to get comfy. Like any movement, the second I lay on my side, the pain started, and I couldn't move my legs without severe, intense pain. And it was still manageable level of pain, but it was that kind of pain where you don't want to move because it hurts so badly, but at the same time you have to move, so you have to just like push through it. Oh, it was so painful. Even Jason asked me if I was okay because I was squirming and like aching and groaning so bad through the pain as I tried to move my legs. Oh my God, it was agony. It was literal agony. But yesterday, I didn't end up filming anything because we ended up being really productive yesterday. Really freaking productive. We woke up, got our breakfast, we then got the bird room cleaned and the cages cleaned. We got the floor hoovered and tidied. I did loads yesterday and I can't remember half of what we did. Did some video editing, got over half of my next video done, which I'm hoping to finish tonight. Jason went shop, or walked to the shop and back, got some other bits done around the house. We got loads of laundry done. We got some of Minion's room and did a bit of tidying in Minion's room. We went through the bag that my friend got me from the baby bank and washed all the muslins and everything that she got me to organise and tidy the nappies so we knew where they were. Got our washing put away, got the laundry put away, got so much done yesterday. So in the evening we just let ourselves chill out and game for the rest of the night. And again, my round ligament pain. Again, my round ligament pain was bad yesterday, so I was struggling to move around, which didn't help because it meant that I didn't want to stretch or exercise because I didn't want to push through that pain, and then I had to push through it anyway when I went to bed. Today is now Sunday and I am tired. I am actually more tired than when I went to sleep. And I don't know whether or not it's because of the vivid dreams keeping my brain active or whether or not it was something else. I just know that I'm shattered today. I'm going to get my video finished that I started editing on Friday night / yesterday. Going to attempt some stretches later on when I'm feeling a bit more awake. I might go down for a power nap in a few hours, I don't know. I'm going to attempt some stretches later, see how I feel. If I do some stretches, great. If not, then I'm going to have to try again in week 31. Because I'm just exhausted today. I don't know if I did too much yesterday. I don't know whether or not my body's trying to rest after a busy week. I just know that I'm shattered. I am so tired today. I'm having a very low energy day.